Aims and objectives are fluid, evolving concepts that constantly need to be updated. As a child, you might have wanted to be an astronaut, but it's possible that your ambitions are very different today. Like people, organizations also evolve, so they too need to update their goals. In this pod, we'll look at the internal and external factors that can lead businesses to change their aims and objectives.
The main reasons for changing aims and objectives are internal, which simply means that the business grows or shrinks. As people and organizations grow, their aims and ambitions evolve. When starting out, a business, like a young child, is simply focused on survival and adapting to its surroundings. Over time, after getting bigger and becoming more established, the focus will be on learning new things and growing even larger. At this stage, a business is aiming for greater profit levels and ensuring sufficient growth in the marketplace. Eventually, a business might focus on increasing shareholder value or dominating the marketplace by becoming the number one supplier.
Businesses can make changes to their aims and objectives based on performance. If the business is doing well, objectives could focus on hiring more staff, entering new markets, or increasing product range. But this doesn't just depend on factors that the business can control. They may also need to make changes to their aims and objectives due to external factors.
If the economy is strong and incomes rise, consumers have more disposable income to spend. Many countries in Asia and Africa are experiencing rapid economic growth, and businesses might need to change their aims and objectives to reflect these rising incomes. This may include entering new markets and expanding internationally. However, it isn't always about growing and expanding. If the economy is hit by recession and consumer demand falls, a business must downsize its operations. This is because as sales fall, the business will need to reduce its costs to survive.
In this instance, its aims and objectives will focus on reducing costs, laying off workers, exiting markets, or perhaps decreasing its product range. This is the challenging side of business, and is of particular concern at this time for many businesses faced with the UK leaving the European Union, as this will potentially cut off millions of overseas customers due to trade restrictions.
Economic growth or decline is an example of an external factor that can cause businesses to alter their aims and objectives. Let's look at some other external factors. Customer trends are always changing. New customers come along and want different things. For example, consumers today are much more socially aware than ever before, and many people are concerned by plastic usage and rising CO2 levels. In response, many businesses are aiming to cut down the amount of plastic they use and create more sustainable products and processes.
Technology is also driving changes in consumer trends. For many businesses, it's important that they adapt their objectives to include social media strategies in order to better connect with customers. Most businesses now aim for a Facebook page or Twitter account to keep their marketing aims and objectives up to date and relevant as consumers turn away from traditional media such as TV and radio.
New technologies can also lead to changes in the way products are manufactured. This can cause a business to alter its objectives relating to production. It may be able to produce a greater number of units more efficiently, leading to changes in its sales objectives.
Businesses operate in a dynamic and competitive environment, and any changes can cause a business to adapt its aims and objectives. For example, if a competitor releases a product with new features or functionality, or offers the same product for a lower price, a business might need to make changes in order to remain competitive.
If the government makes changes to laws or regulations, this can also force a business to change its objectives. For example, an increase in tax might mean that a business has to reduce costs in other areas. However, not all aims and objectives in business are financial. Changes in operation might also be made due to environmental or ethical concerns.
Businesses, just like people, must constantly evaluate and adapt their aims and objectives to reflect their own development and the ever-changing environment around them.